Zealand.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And so
Beautiful island.
Yeah, very beautiful. But this feels similar in some ways.
Jeju-do feels similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. How long have you been? Semester started when? When is the semester?
End of July.
And just so since then, since the end of July. Okay. I'm Say. I'm from America, San Francisco.
San Francisco? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Washington State.
Washington State? Oh, okay. Seattle area, is that it? Seattle? Washington State. I've never been up there, but it's probably very beautiful there. Right? Lots of trees and stuff.
How long have you been here?
In Korea? Well, I live up in near Seoul, so I come back and forth here. So I've been many years. Is that Omaha? Is that
Lincoln.
Lincoln,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like some textbook.
Nice. So being outside all the time has been really nice. Being by the water and the clean air. Yeah.
Right, you get that's the beauty of Jeju, right? You get all the clean air, right? Hanoi is like a really packed city, right?
That's so loud.
So loud.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Access to water and beaches.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Have you guys done any surfing or wind? I heard you guys do windsurfing out here. Never tried that.
No.
Beautiful. How about you? What's Korea been like for you?
Just the same thing. Just the outdoors, and we were living in Brazil before this.
Brazil. Wow.
Which is really beautiful as well. But I think we were ready to slow things down a little bit. So.
Which part of Brazil?
We were in Porto Alegre, which is right down very, very south. So it's on the border of Uruguay and Argentina. Yeah.
What's it like down there?
It's cool. It's kind of like the Texas of Brazil, which is not, it's a bit more conservative, but it's Brazil itself. But Brazilian people are so lovely and
very friendly.
Really, we loved it.
Beautiful. Wow. Welcome.
So are you friends with Eric?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's come here to meditate here for a little bit, and so we got to know him here.
Yeah.
And then we asked him if there were any teachers to be interested in meditation. He set this up. It was very nice of him to do that.
Yeah,
so.
we love Eric.
Hello.
Beautiful. Welcome. Come in.
Hi.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a very energy cleansing room, so it's very relaxing. Yeah. This is all brand new. We built this in May, so it just opened up in May. So it's all brand new. Yeah.
So it's specific to meditation.
And we're opening up a coffee and tea shop December 24th. So we'll show you guys that later on. Yeah. So what subjects do you guys teach?
I'm grade 4.
Grade 4?
Yeah.
Grade 4.
I do grade 7 English.
Grade 7 English. Beautiful.
And usually I teach the social sciences, so history and geography, but this year I'm an instructional coach. So I help teachers with their lesson planning and teaching in the classroom. So it's a new role for me. So
wow. A new challenge.
Definitely challenge.
Beautiful. I'm sorry, what's your name?
I'm Melanie.
Melanie, okay, beautiful, Melanie. I saw your study. Where are you from? You're from
I'm from Canada.
Canada. Oh, Nova Scotia, right?
Yeah.
I remember this one. The eastern parts. Yeah. I spent a lot of time in Boston and Maine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I know that area. It's very lovely. Very cold.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
How long have you been in Korea?
This is my 6th year on Jeju, but I also lived in Seoul and Incheon.
Yeah. So you know Korea well. You know Korea well. Not a stranger to Korea. Cute.
Yeah. I had a holiday on Jeju, and I thought it would be nice to work here.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
So what's the different feeling between like traveling to Jeju and living in Jeju? What's the difference?
Oh, I like living here, but the shuffle, like flying back to the mainland and going to Gimpo or Busan or Incheon Airport is like, it's a lot. But COVID slowed that down a bit, but that is a lot. But it's very beautiful here, so there are lots of things to do here.
Sure. Traveling back and forth.
Yeah. How long has this place been in operation?
Yes, so we opened up here in May. So
so relatively new.
So let's check, see who else. Is there someone else supposed to come today? Someone else sent massage you. So. Sure. Storm will show you where the restroom is. So. Let's see who's react here. I'm sorry?
Very warm.
Oh yeah, the ondol, right? The ondol. Yeah. We have I love the heated floors in Korea. It's very unique, you know. Exactly. So good. You've been studying Korean. Excellent. Where do you study Korean? Where?
Just the books.
The books.
But I might sign up for a course in Hala University.
Hala?
Yeah, Hala.
Hala University. Oh, great. Yeah. All the university courses are really excellent. So they're really good. I did one of the courses. I did a Yonsei course many years ago.
Oh, so did I.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yonsei University beginner Korean long time ago.
Yeah, me too. A long time ago. Yeah. What level did you get to?
Just level 1.
Level 1. Okay.
Level 1, level 2. I did the first part and then the second, but I don't know if the second part was part B of level 1 or.
Oh, they've now divided it now to.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Let's make some more money. Now you need 2.1 and 2.2. I love it. What a great business model. I love it. That's awesome. That's one of the best programs in Korea. It's really excellent. Their books. I just recommend just buy their books 1 through 6 and just study the books and get the tapes for those, and then you can learn Korean.
I find the listening part was the hardest. Like when we started doing phone conversations.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like,
I need some help here. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
안녕하세요.
So is there a Stephanie? I got a Saju from a Stephanie.
2 people just walked in. So
Oh, okay. Maybe that's them. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Come in. Join us. Welcome. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a seat. I guess we're ready to start here then, I guess. Welcome. Beautiful. So one of you, Stephanie? Is Stephanie? Or no Stephanie? No Stephanie. Okay. So it was Stephanie Saju, but no Stephanie. Okay. Interesting. 그럼 스테프니 와야 되는데? 2분 좀 기다릴까? Anyway, just stretch out your legs and rest for a few minutes. I just want to wait just 2 more minutes to see. I have a horoscope from a Stephanie, so I'm waiting for a Stephanie. Yeah, the heated floors in Korea are so nice. It's like one of the unique things of Korea. What a novel idea. What's a Brazilian winter like?
Oh, where we were, it was a little bit colder.
A little bit colder, yeah.
I don't think as cold as it would get here, but cold enough.
Cold enough. I was in Australia, and then we have a center in South Africa as well, and found the winters there are not that cold, but they're cold because the heating is not, it's not a proper heating system, so it's like a colder feeling even though it's not cold. So that was weird.
New Zealand is terrible for that. Our houses are not built.
With like the tin roofs.
Yeah.
Really?
New Zealand, that would have been awesome one time. I had no problem, but it was freezing. And everybody has like the propane heater, like just in the living room.
Yes.
Oh,
No
yeah.
central heating.
And you just stay in your bed and
It's
your
really
blankets.
damp and it keeps
Yeah,
I have a lot of children that get very, very sick.
Oh no.
Because of the housing.
Yeah. But then there's like palm trees. There's palm trees around.
But when I was in Australia, I heard what people say is it makes you stronger. Like we're really strong because since childhood we suffer this, so which can be true.
No.
That's not true. That's funny. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay, that's funny. Welcome. Come in. Anyone been to San Francisco? Anyone ever been to San Francisco?
Yeah, I was there last winter.
Last winter?
Just driving through, I drove from Washington down there.
Oh, okay.
My wife has family in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, Santa Cruz. Yeah, great place. Yeah. I grew up in the city of San Francisco. Well, it's changed a lot now, though.
Yeah.
It's a different place now. But
We just passed through and it was like, like full house, and just a different place.
how's the feeling? How's the mood there? San Francisco these days. It's peaceful. Okay. Is there a Stephanie? No Stephanie. Okay. Now she's famous. Okay. Anyway, so I think we're ready to begin then. Okay, we'll save her a seat. Okay, 시작할까요? Okay. Okay, so anyway, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. So great to see all you guys today. My name is Sei, and I'm from San Francisco, and I'm so happy to see you guys. We built this meditation center here, Sun Jeju Meditation Center back in May, and we have some other centers on the mainland, but we built this center here, and we're really happy all of you can be here we're just happy to share this chance with you, some meditations from traditional Korean breathing method. It's quite different, and the meditation and relaxation. So yeah, it's great to see you guys. Today our program is going to be, we're going to have, Mr. Kang Yu-ho. He's going to teach us some exercises. He's an expert all about the body. And our director here, Alright, he's going to teach us some meditation, about the mind and energy, about meditation. I'm going to give us a lecture about, because I've studied Korean culture for more than 10, 15 years. I've been teaching this, been involved in meditation. So I'll teach you guys about the horoscope today and about the 5 elements. It's kind of complicated. I'll just keep it as simple as I can. And then some of our staff here as well. So that's Young, and she's managing everything over here. And that's Storm. He's from South Africa, and he does all the tech work for us today. And so what else is there to say? Yeah, so I guess, anyway, again, we're so happy to see you guys. Just relax and just enjoy the program. So let's begin. Mr. Kang, begin.
Hello, thank you for coming. And put your chair aside so to make enough space for exercise. Okay? Stand up, please. And stand with your feet shoulder width apart and relax your whole body and lift your heels up and down without touching the floor with the heels. Okay? This movement stimulates all parts of your body and relax. Okay, then lift your hands and swing back and forth. This simple movement stimulates your lung and heart meridians and lymph system here. And relax the shoulders, neck. When you feel stuffy in your office, do this movement. Simply, it will help you. Now, arms halfway and swing left, right. Okay, now put your hands on your waist and your chin, turn your chin to left 10 times. 10 times to right. Now bend your head 10 times to left. 10 times to right. Now chin up high as possible and turn your chin to left and make a half circle and to right and right, left and right and left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay. Now chin forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward. Make a circle in plane with your chins. Make circles clockwise. Okay, now in the opposite direction. Okay, now interlace your fingers and stretch up all the way up and look up at your fingers and turn left and bend down to the floor. Now stand up and once again stretch all the way up and turn right and bend down to the floor. Now stand up again and now bend down to floor. And interlace your fingers behind your back. And swing left to right. And stand up slowly. Now, put your hands on your waist and turn your waist. This movement is very simple, but it is based on the five five elements, yin yang, yin yang. other direction. Okay, now sit on the floor. Okay, put your soles together and put your hands on your feet and straighten up your spine and lean forward about 20 times. It is important to straighten your spine. This simple movements will align your pelvis, hip joints, and this part, and spine. Is it difficult? Okay, now legs and ankles, feet angled 60 degrees backward. And put your hands on your knee softly and straighten your spine and in forward about 20 times. You, do you feel pain? Do as much as you can. Okay. Now spread out your legs and with the feet angled 60 degrees behind. Okay. Put your hands on your floor and in forward. Is it okay? Just 얘들 괜찮아요. 조금씩 해도 괜찮아요.
좋아요.
Okay. Now kneel on the floor and put your hip between feet. Between feet. Okay. And now in the first stage, and second stage with the elbow on the floor, and final stage.
Torture.
Stay about 1 or 2 minutes. These movements align your core muscles, especially psoas muscles. And it will make your back, spine aligned. And lean to side and release your legs. And lie on the floor. Relax your whole body and breathe comfortably. Head, put your head lightly on the floor and empty all your thoughts in your head. Face, relax your face and smile slightly. Neck, shoulders, arms, hands, fingertips. Chest, your mind in the chest, in your chest. Watch all the emotions in your chest. Anger, love, hatred, jealousy, all the emotions. Just like you open a cage of birds and let birds fly away, open your chest up and let all the emotions fly away. Stomach, abdomen, pelvis, thighs, knees, pelvis, ankles, soles. Let all the bad and turbid energy of yours go out of the soles. Imagine you are lying on the playground of your elementary school on a warm, sunny spring day. Receive pure, bright, and warm sunshine. With your whole body. You are getting warm, warm, and light, light. Imagine you are floating up into the sky. Lying on a cloud, passing by. Feel the soft and comfortable of the cloud. There is a warm, calm, wide sea under. Jump down into the sea. There are many fish swimming around. Imagine you are fish swimming like the fishes. Fishy. Flutter slowly to the surface of the sea and lie on the surface of the sea. Let your body move as the water moves. Feel the gentle movement of the sea and the warm sunshine on your body. Okay, return to here. Okay, interlace your fingers and stretch up all the way and move your body like a fish. Now slowly sit up. How do you feel? A little relaxed? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Wow, hello. Did you enjoy your relaxation? My name is Alright. I come back home early in this year from South Africa. So I thought okay, let me sit here.
사진도 하시고. 네.
Thank you. I joined this meditation from there 22 years ago. To join, I came back to Korea and I learned about 2 months of basic meditation. And I went back to South Africa again. And in Johannesburg, 3 years later, one senior training instructor came to Johannesburg to open a Johannesburg center of this meditation together with me.
So from that time onward, I learned and taught breathing meditation in South Africa. So I experienced many different phases of the breathing meditation. So from this opportunity, I hope I can share, even if it is tiny little part of it, I would like to share it. Yeah. In South Africa, actually, we have organic farming-based meditation village in a rural area, about 2.5 hours drive away from Cape Town. There is currently South Africa branch of this meditation. So that is actually South Africa branch currently. So I stayed there quite a long time, and permanently I've come back to Korea to direct this meditation center. I'm very pleased to see you all here. I'm very grateful for you all to come and sit together here. So I hope we will meet often from now on. I wonder, how did you enjoy the stretching exercises? Anyway, while I was participating there, I imagined one thing, how everyone felt about it when Mr. Kang asked you to wear a smile. So when we close our eyes and imagine smiling, then what will happen? So from my experiences, whenever we smile, closing eyes, then whatever occurs in front of me smiles, right? Yeah. That means when we smile, the whole world will smile, and the whole universe will smile. Smile is very powerful medicine for the physical health as well as spiritual awakening. That's one of the things that I've experienced. Right? So you know what? When we do meditation, breathing basically makes us calm down, and through the change of the atmosphere, there is a change, actually, the change of wavelength. So normally, when we sit like this and talking, or moving around, or the carrying out daily living, then in such a case we live amongst beta pipe, the beta wave, right? But when we breathe in some minutes, the wavelength that goes down. We are looking at basically alpha wave level. When we reach there, the first thing which we can experience is the joy and the pleasure. Yeah, so that means we can feel the same feeling when we smile, which we did in the relaxation, the moment. So when we close our eyes and if we wear a smile, then whatever comes up to my imagination, the late my grandfather or mother, or my friend I haven't met for a long time, and whoever they are smiling at me. Right? So, yeah. So that kind of effect we can create by doing just breathing slowly and long. So that's what I'm gonna try with you. So, but in our body, actually, our body itself is energy, actually, but it's not easy to feel that or even think of that, right? This because this is quite a stuffy, hard thing, right? But the energy, from the source energy, that comes down to the lower level of what is it? Dimension. So from the dimension 1, 10, that comes, if that comes down to dimension 3 where we are here, then the energy will change its form like this. So fundamentally that means we are the same energy, but more condensed form only. And outside of our body, in addition to that, the whole universe, except our body, the whole environment which we call heaven, heaven is totally composed of energy. So in that sense, our body itself is an energy form, but outside of body, that is actually the space which we understand heaven. So all this, the space is heaven, and if it gets wider, then that will be the universe. Right? So the whole universe is energy. Right? So because of that, we can feel it easily. So, and our body is completely systemized by energy structure. So we just understand it by pumping our heart, so blood circulates in our whole body. But in terms of energy, without energy movement, blood won't be possible to circulate blood. So in the meditation and energy world, we say that wherever the energy goes, the blood follows in our body. It is a pair, as yin and yang, right? Plus and minus energy factor. So it is always move as a pair. So when energy moves, then blood follows. So that means in our energy circulation is very natural and smooth. Then blood running will be also the same. Yeah, that such a relationship is there. So for that reason, when we do meditation, basically, immediately we start to do the regular meditation, then we feel the difference of our physical condition, because that is related to the energy movement. So in our meditation, we utilize three the essential energy lines. So in our body, even though you are not aware of it, through those energy lines, energy circulates at all times. That is how our body mechanism works. So for that system working, from the bottom of our upper body and exactly the center of our body, there is an important energy, acupuncture point. So that is actually kind of vortex of energy in our body. So from there, energy goes up through the spine line. That is actually the center of our body in terms of left and right. The middle line is going up to here, the top of head, and comes down through the center and goes back to the same point. So that is the basic circulation line. Through that line, there is an important thing which is always happening without knowing. That is, through those lines and through that basic circulation, very important and essential, the body management system is working. So, you know what, the brain is the organ which uses the biggest portion of blood and the energy. So for that reason, when we drive a car, when we drive, the engine runs and it heats up. Right? So through the energy consumption, when you consume energy through brain by thinking or imagining that such a thing will happen through brain, right? Then that means all those things, the action of consuming energy, so that causes the heat, right? So heat will be made. So then that means head is the organ which can be easily heated up. Right? So then when head is heated up, then we feel burning, and it goes, the heavier, then we feel headache, right? And end up the stressed feeling. All those things are caused by basic heat, right? When heat is stayed in the brain area or head area, that causes such an effect, side effect. Right? So then, how can we resolve such a uncomfortableness? Then it's simple. If we remove that heat from head area, then the brain will be to cool down. Right? So the cooling system is this energy, the basic energy line, circulation of energy. If that energy line works smoothly, then heat will flow down to the lower body area. Right? So in terms of energy, the lower abdominal area and the including sexual organ, that is water energy area. So that means that area is water energy source, and the energy which will cool down the fire on top. So the fire will flow down through the energy circulation. That will cool down. That will be changed to cooler energy. Right? Then cooler energy will go up through the back line to come up here to cool down the heat. So that is the system. Yeah. So heat will come down, water will go up. So the same thing happens in the nature also. Yeah. So when the weather is very hot, then water will evaporate and go up to heaven. Right? It will be made the cloud. The cloud will become heavier, then it will go down to the ground as rain. Right? Yeah. So the rain comes to cool down the heat on the ground. Then if heated up, then it will evaporate again to go up to the air and come down as water again. Right? So body is exactly the same. So to make our body's circulation system smooth and effective, breathing is very effective method, right? To keep our body system in good condition. Right? So let me try to breathe to experience that. Before that, let's do this action. It is called jem in Korean. So when I was a baby, so at the time when I started to learn the language, my parent and grandparent asked me to do this, calling to jem baby. So this is very common for Korean people actually, but there is a big secret in this action. Right? By making fist and open it, by doing such repeating this action, it creates an effect of one circulation of the energy line, right? Back and front energy line. So when we open it, it stimulates front energy line. Then close it, that will stimulate the back energy line. So by making fist and open through this simple action causes the same effect as one circulation of energy. So let's do this 100 times. Okay. Close your eyes. Continue to do that. Okay, stop there. And feel the energy on your palms. Feel it, if there is any sensation on the palms. Okay, slowly move your hands up and down, slowly down, and move up slowly, and down, and up. By moving them, feel the energy in the palms. Okay, stop there, open your eyes. How did you feel it? Any feeling on your palms? Okay, then rub your palms again. So, if we are energy sensitive, then we can feel the difference on our palms, right? If we do such a moving. Yeah. Okay, do you feel heat on the palms? Okay. Okay, stop there. Close your eyes. No, before that, let's do this way, right? From left to right, left and right, just open it to the side way. Right? Open slowly. And close slowly. Open widely. Right? Your palms apart. Yeah. And slowly open and close. Open and close. Feel the resistance of energy when you're closing. And the feeling of vigilance while you're opening. Maybe you will feel the sensation of pressing down balloon, soft balloon, and releasing. But the vigilance feeling will be getting bigger, right? Okay, stop there. Open your eyes. Did you feel it? This actually the method to check the existence of energy, right, which is surrounding us. Yeah. So now let's do breathing, right? So if you can sit in this way, then do that. Otherwise, you can still stretch your legs. That won't be a problem. Yeah. But the basic way of breathing is sitting this is half lotus posture. But the other way of sitting is putting both the feet on the tire. That is more the tying way of sitting, but that is too hard. So in the normal meditation, we don't use it. So normally we sit in this way, but when we are sitting, important thing is we need to keep our spine straight. Yeah. Then that means the essential energy line is from top of head to the bottom of our upper body. So in the center of our body, that means the center, between left and right, and the front and back. So there is center line, exactly the center inside of our body. That energy line runs from here, top of head to bottom of upper body. So that line is key energy line to operate energy, right, through consciousness. So because of that, when we sit to breathe in, straightening spine is essential. Otherwise, if we lose consciousness while we are breathing, then easily the body structure falls down, right? Collapses, like not drastically, but slowly it goes down this way. So that means when we sit in the class, then if we notice the state of our body in this way, then that means I've lost my consciousness, actually. So when we are conscious of breathing, then we can keep this and to keep the center energy line straight to make the energy movement smooth. So that is first thing, the straighten spine, and the center of our the bottom of our upper body need to touch the floor, and then to do that we need to move our chest a bit front side. Then that will be the right way of sitting to make energy movement smooth. So, and to interlace our fingers in this way and put them in front of our danjan. So that is lower abdomen, about 5 centimeters below the belly button. That is the place called danjan. Danjan in Korean, danjan, literal meaning of danjan means red field. Red field. So because red field means that is hot spot of our body. So when we breathe, energy gathers in that spot, then it grows to be as big as soccer ball size. But at the beginning stage, it starts with as small as mustard seed. It grows when we continue to breathe. That dungeon will grow to be big, to that size, by gathering energy there. When we breathe deeply, then energy will be accumulated in that point. So that creates unimaginable changes through meditation. So that's actually the reason why we do breathe. So let's try to breathe. Close your eyes. Interlace fingers on your danjan. Imagine that a golden energy ball as big as a soccer ball imagine a bright gold-colored energy ball and place it 50 centimeters in front of your chest. Imagine that the golden energy from the energy ball flows through your body from front side of your chest to the back. The golden energy passes through your body, turning clockwise. When you are looking at from front side of your outside of your body, it turns clockwise. Breathe deeply through your danjan and imagine that the golden energy passes through your body from front to the back. Imagine another golden energy ball as big as a soccer ball and place it 50 centimeters behind your back at the level of chest. That means opposite side of first energy ball. Imagine that the golden energy from the energy ball passes through your body from back to front, turning clockwise. Imagine that the golden energy opens the energy line between back and front like a tunnel as big as a soccer ball in diameter. Place a third golden energy ball 50 centimeters above your head. Breathe deeply. Receive the golden energy through your whole body and send it down deep into the ground to purify your whole body. Breathe deeply. Receive the golden energy through the top of your head and pull it down to your dungeon through the center energy line. Breathe deeply. So that you can draw the energy easily and put it into your dungeon. Dungeon. Let's give thanks to all of those who have helped us up until now. Let's finish the meditation and open your eyes. Rub your palms again. When you feel hot, then put them on your eyes. Okay, rub them again. Brush your face. And rub again. Okay, put it back of your neck. The other way. Okay. Two fingers. Now put your palm on your ears. Okay, rub your palm once again. Put it on your eyes. Okay, let's finish. When we finish, if we are in the normal meditation, then we get all the energy surrounding us and pull them down and keep it in our dungeon. This is the finishing action. Okay. This how we do breathing meditation. The breathing is basic mechanism of survival, right? Whatever which is created, they breathe. Even stone and metal breathe. So, but breathing in meditation is different breathing. That the survival breathing is unconscious breathing. Right? Unconsciously, the breathing, it happens naturally, right? Yeah. Then to keep it, the living, right? But when we breathe differently, that means with consciousness, it awakens our consciousness. So spiritual awakening will happen through this mechanism. When energy is accumulated in the lower abdominal area, so the point which we experience now to accumulate energy that I called dungeon is exactly the center of our body. So this center line is the center of our body already, but the lower dungeon, we call it. The lower dungeon is the area, the middle point of top and the bottom of our whole body. Right? Then the middle point of our body in terms of top and bottom is that point, right? And the front and back also, that is the point. Then if we look down our whole body from the top, then that is the cross line. The front and back, the left and right, and the crossing point is the point where center energy line passes through. Right? That meeting point is dungeon. So at that point, external energy gathers. So in terms of energy, we are amongst the energy, right, normally. So the space, the vacant space is filled with air, right? That is actually energy, yeah? But that is actually energy which we call earth energy. Earth energy area is Earth's atmosphere. So, but different kind of energy, basically two the kinds of higher quality energy. That is, first one is heaven energy, and the other one is universe energy. So, when we need to awaken our spirituality, we need to induce higher quality energy. That is requisite. Otherwise, it's very difficult to be awakened. So, to induce such a higher quality energy into our body, to awaken our mind and spirituality, then we need breathe consciously. Right? So unconscious breathing, through that type of breathing, it won't happen. So if we breathe consciously, then that means the breathing, which we understand that I am breathing now. I breathe in and I breathe out. So by awareing of that, when we breathe, then such a magic happens. Yeah. So the basic of that is breathing longer. Normally we breathe 2 seconds of each. That is average breathing for everybody. So just check that after this. When you check your breathing, that is unconscious breathing. So then normally we breathe 2 seconds, 2 second breathing. So, but even if we do that 4 seconds, for instance, something different starts to happen. So that's the conscious breathing. So that's the breathing in meditation. If we breathe in such a way, normally in the basic level, we start with around 4 seconds of each. 4 seconds exhalation and 4 seconds inhalation. Normally 2 seconds exhalation and 2 seconds inhalation, that is unconscious breathing. But if we breathe consciously, double the length of it, then it starts to make change. So if we repeat that, it's getting longer. So normally in our meditation, final goal of the length of breathing is 1 minute. 30 seconds exhalation and 30 seconds inhalation. So that is very hard, even hard to imagine, right, at the beginning stage. But if we do repeatedly the breathing meditation, then it naturally happens. It's getting longer and longer, but it will take time. But it depends at the person to person. Yeah. For some people that is very easy. For some people a bit harder. Right? But anyway, through repeated breathing, then the length of breathing gets longer. Right? So then that will have the bigger opportunity to experience something spiritual. There's how breathing meditation works. Thank you for being with me. I wonder if you have any question. Okay, let's go to have a cup of tea and coffee, right? Yeah. She will announce something for us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. If everyone can take out your phone. Do you have your phone with you? Yeah, take out your phone. Okay. 이거 좀 넣어주세요. 네. 이거는 비밀. 그렇게 됐구나. If you can go to the website www.wofs.com/maybe Bazi, maybe? Let's see here. Maybe that's a little bit too close. 가까이 있는 거. 그러면 뒤로 해야 되나? WOFS. Let's see here. Okay, don't need that for now. What is it? Here's the website there. Okay, here. First, we'll start with the website there. So go to the website there, and just type in your horoscope information, please. Okay, everyone found it? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, great. So while you're doing that, I'll just start the lecture a little bit late, so I should start it. So again, so we're going to talk about the 5 elements inside you at this point. My name is Say Shepherd. I'm American. I've been doing this meditation for many years. I also went overseas and taught this in Australia, South Africa, America, at a center in Seon for a few years. So meditation is quite amazing, but Eastern culture is based on something called the 5 elements. Who's heard of the 5 elements? Who's heard of it? Does it? Okay, you've heard of the 5 elements. Have you studied it a little bit before? You just heard the word? Just heard the word, okay.
I've watched Avatar.
You watched Avatar, okay, cool. Beautiful, beautiful. Who's heard of a yin-yang? Okay, cool, all right, so let's just go from there. Okay, so basically, there's energy everywhere, as you know, the director was talking about. There's energy everywhere. Mr. Kong was talking about the inside of our body. So energy affects our life. It affects our emotions. And so knowing the emotion, knowing energy is a shortcut to know ourselves, basically to know our body, to know our emotions, and to know our thinking patterns. So it's a real shortcut. We can really know how we are overflowing, how we are underflowing. We can really understand ourselves very well if we understand how energy works. So today we'll go over that. Again, it takes actually years to really understand 5 elements well, but very simply today we can understand some basics, I think. And it helps us to really to balance ourselves and to be aware of it all the time. So it's quite fun, but it is a different way of seeing it. So before that, there are 4 factors that influence our lives as human beings. The first is a DNA factor. This is what the DNA we get from our parents, we're inherited, so that we call that 25%. We also have something called the body type, which the next lecture I'm going to give next month or in 2 months. When you know your body type, you know what the 5 elements in your body type, how the DNA flows. So that's that. Another 20, how does this work? This way? Okay. The other 25% is your horoscope based on the time you were born, the day, the month, and the year you were born. Then you have a certain energy flow. So that's what our topic today is. What is my energy flow based on my time factor? That's 25%. These two are fixed. So at birth, this is what you have. So 50%, you have these layers inside of energy. And so when we know our body type, we know our horoscope, we know what the layers are like inside of us. So we get more specific about energy, not just I'm energy, but what is that energy and how is it flowing inside of me? Which parts are overflowing, which parts are underflowing? That's also body parts, emotion, thought patterns, all of that's inside of us in layers. So that's how we understand ourselves. So for example, here, so we have these two fixed layers inside of us. So once we know them, how many have heard of Feng Shui? Okay, so Feng Shui is like they say, okay, you have some energy in your house, let's change the energy that's right for us. Well, so the best way to do Feng Shui is when you know what your DNA is, and you know what your time factor is. Say you've got, imagine you got a wind problem here. You need to get rid of this wind. So what's a good way to get rid of winds? Get some metal to stop this wind. So we can go next to some rocks or something to stop the winds, actually. Or imagine that you have a lot of water, and then you can go move to the mountains, a mountain area. So that'll help, balance your Feng Shui, or you know which elements you need. You can go to the ocean side or to the mountain side. So you know which energy you need in your house and what colors you need that are right for you. There's a lot of people wearing black here. That's interesting. Everyone needs water energy today. I don't know. So that's water energy. And then the other part is your spiritual factor, another 25%. So you're born with a certain amount of willpower for your self-development. And so some people, you want to increase that willpower. So you can read self-help books. You can read philosophy. You can do meditation. There are ways to increase that. So those factors exist. Inherited traits, then we can change those by our efforts. So in the Western concept of science and physics, we say that everything in the world is made of atoms and molecules, right? So they say, okay, we can break it all down. We've got our laboratory, so let's break down this atom, let's break down this living thing. And we know it's got protons, it's got electrons, it's got neutrons, right? Very simple, very logical, we all know that. So that's Western logic. Eastern logic says, okay, well, we got similar concept. Everything in the East starts with a circle. Circle means the universe, means the void. It's empty. The universe is just empty. Nothing there, nothingness. So we went into meditation, we experienced kind of nothingness today. We experienced kind of the void. But in fact, it's not empty. Inside of that void, inside of that emptiness, it has everything. It's infinite possibility. So all of a sudden, some kind of condition comes up, some condition, some intention, and some living form is going to be made. An animal, a plant, a tree. And so intention, condition enters in and movement begins. All living things contain movement. All living things, we said in the West, contain protons, neutrons, electrons. In the East, all living things contain yin and yang. Same thing. Yang is plus, yin is minus. So it's the same concept, right? What does yin and yang mean to you? What is yang? Give me an example of yang. Okay, oh good, yeah, exactly. Okay, so yang, what else is yang? So yang is male, yin is female. What else can we say is yang? We got stuck already. We're only on the third slide.
Yin yoga. There's like a yin.
Okay, so what is yin yoga? Okay, because what does yin yoga mean?
Very slow and.
Thank you. Okay, so yang would be fast. Yin would be slow. Think of this. Spring and summer would be yang. Fall and winter would be yin. So what's the difference between what are the different feelings between summer or fall and winter? What is that? Spring energy and fall energy. What's the different feeling?
Increase in energy.
Okay, all right. So rising energy. So I guess something like that. So I'm not sure if this is clear enough, but when we say the sky or the earth, the above you is yang, the earth is yin, the sun is kind of bright and powerful, and the moon is kind of, I don't want to say the moon is more active, less active, more passive, but that doesn't sound positive, right? So I don't like the word like that, but yin is more intuitive, more imaginative, and yang is more active and positive. So those two aspects, but basically you have summertime is yang and wintertime is yin. So rising up energy is yang and lowering energy is yin. So have you ever seen this symbol before? That's not Korean symbol. Okay, they call it the Taegukgi. So traditionally in Korea, like I just showed you the other symbol before, the traditional yin-yang symbol we've all seen. That's what we use around the world, but traditionally Korea used this symbol as yin-yang. Why? We just talked about it. Your tests. We just talked about it. We just talked about it. We just talked about it. So what is everything in Western culture made of? Every living molecule, atom, what's it made of? Every living thing.
Atoms.
Yeah, and what's the atom made of? Neutrons? Protons? Electrons, 3, right? So it's the same thing here. So traditionally Korea had this symbol, symbolizing, the yang, which is the fire, the yin, which is the water, and the yellow, which is earth, which is to help them neutralize, help them balance together. So actually they had the correct symbol traditionally, because all things is the Trinity inside. All living things are made of the 3. Now we go into the complicated stage. Now they become 5. The reason they become 5 is like springtime, wood is springtime. So that means, small yang. Summer is great yang. Fall is small yin, and winter is great yin. So we have 4. And then earth is a neutralizing, connecting, that connects them all together. So that's how you have the 5 elements. So let's try to look at them. Let's see how these elements, just kind of the flow of the elements, just kind of understand the flow. So let's imagine plants. So you have a seed, here's water, here's the winter time. You have a seed, it's in the ground, you can't see it, it's just there. It's the void, you can't see it. It's quiet, it's resting, it's just the root. And then all of a sudden, some condition comes in and it just jumps up. So it rises up. Like in the springtime, wood means springtime. In the springtime, you ever seen a sprout just pop up? Is that strong energy or weak energy? Strong energy, right? So that's yang energy. How much energy? Think of how much energy it takes a seed to burst through that ground to pop up, right? That's tree energy. So if you've got tree energy, you've got kind of that powerful energy. Like an airplane, is an airplane stronger taking off or flying? Taking off, right? Flying is, if it's taking off, that's where the energy. So this is the planning part, the rising energy, that's tree. And then the summer happens and the plant starts to divide and spread out and go in many directions. So it's got limbs and plants spreading out. And then late summer, you've got the earth energy, which is helping it to, the earth gets very warm, it's helping it to grow and nurture. And then in the fall, it collects all the energy, all the essence of the plant, gathers it all together, and you get a fruit. It arranges, it gathers all the energy, you get a fruit, you get a result. So people have metal energy, they really love results. Give me results. These are result people. The tree people, they are the starters. They are the planners. I'm the planning team. Let's start something. Metal's like, no, just give me the results. I just want the results. So some of you can already feel it if you've got that metal energy in you. The earth energy is like they're connecting everybody. Let's connect, let's nurture, let's connect. Everyone getting along? How about our HR team, right? What do? They connect everyone together, right? They've got a lot of earth energy, very trustworthy. And then in the winter, the energy starts to go down and it stops and it's calm and it's resting. So some of you have water energy, you just kind of want to rest. You just want to be so still. You want to think deeply. So that's how the energies flow. And you have that energy inside of you. And so in terms of the day, in the morning time, you're sleeping, you wake up, and then you get up. So getting up energy is tree. Some people have problems waking up, getting up. Okay, then you don't have really good tree energy. If you can't get up, getting up, right? You don't have getting up power. So tree energy is not so good. So in the morning you get up, you plan your day. Cool, I got my plan, I'm ready to go, I got my goals. And then you got fire, you go do your work. And then in the afternoon you meet with your team or something like that. You've got to help each other out. And then afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, you get your results. What's your results? And you go back home and you rest, you turn on your music and you sleep. That's a whole day, that can be a whole year. So all the energy is flowing like that all around us. Right down, what time of year is it now?
Fall.
It's fall right now, right? So it's metal energy. So all the trees and plants are collecting all the energy, getting all the plants, the fruit, the main stuff. And so that's how the energy works there. We also have personality and emotions. So I said the tree people, they're very straightforward, they're very determined, very kind, they're great planners, they're very warm people. But if you have too much tree energy, then you can have some anger, because it's related to the liver. And fire is very joyful people, very sociable, very artistic, extremely passionate. So if the fire's too strong, then they can just kind of burn out. There's too much passion, like an artist or something. Then they have strong hearts. The earth is, earth people, they are very stable, they're very trustworthy, they connect everyone, they're very grounded, like the earth, very stable. If they have too much earth, then they worry too much and think too much overthinking, too much over-worrying. The metal people, they have great, strong driving force, very strong-willed, very loyal, very organized. But if the lungs are too strong, then everything is a tragedy. Everything's a Shakespearean tragedy. Why me? Why is all this happening? Why am I in Jeju-do? Why am I here? All this kind of tragedy of life, this great sadness they feel, it's metal. Water is very flexible. Like water's always moving, can move this way, move that way, adaptable, wise. But if there's too much water, then you're scared of everything. So I've got a lot of water. So I mentioned this morning, someone said like, oh, Eric goes windsurfing. And my first reaction was, oh my God, how does he do that? I can't imagine doing windsurfing. That sounds like crazy to me. I'm like, oh, my water's coming up. Okay. First reaction of water is like, can't do that, no way. But as someone who's got a lot of like fire, super strong heart, not as scared of anything, right? So these people, their first reaction is like, jump from a plane. Why not? I could do bungee jumping, you know? So that's the energies like that. Hello again. So in one chart we can see we talked about earth, and the emotion is, can you see it? Tell me, what's the emotion? Thoughts. Okay, what's the organ? Spleen and stomach. What's the body part? Knees. So we were doing the exercises before, so the secret to balance all these, if you have too much or too little, is due to the exercises we did today. The exercises are important because if you just do normal, you go to the gym, you go to yoga class, you just do exercise because your body and mind are separate. You're thinking about your work, or you're not thinking about anything, you're just moving your legs. The reason these exercises are important is because, you know, they're 5,000 years old. So 5,000 years ago, there was no doctors, there was no hospitals. You had to take care of your own body. The way they do that is you have to use your consciousness. So when you put your consciousness on your knees, then that energy in that knee is going to strengthen if the consciousness is there. So if you're focusing on your knee, like everyone, take your ankle like this. Take your ankle like this. Place your mind on your ankle and just rotate your ankle like this. Well, place your mind there. Place your consciousness there. Now somebody find ankles on the chart. Where is ankles? Water. Which organ is that? Exactly, right. So if we have any problems with our kidneys, bladder, reproductive organs, all that, you place your conscious on your ankle, and you don't think of anything else. You just feel your ankles. And by placing your consciousness there, you start to balance. Whether it's over too strong or too weak, it doesn't matter. You start to balance the kidney energy. So that's how the exercises work. You do 5 every day with your mind together. And that's how mind and body become stronger together. So, so orange is the earth, white is the metal, which is the wrist, black is the kidneys, green is your hip joints, red is the shoulders. And so I think we even have that as the next one here. So, that's the exercise. So today we do tree energy for your liver and gallbladder. If you want to balance it, you just do the neck. So we did the neck today. But how do you do it? With your consciousness. So all you do is you place your conscious there, and you rotate it in one direction, and then you rotate in the other direction. You do it for a few minutes, and as you do that, then the liver and the anger and the gallbladder and just whatever energy is there, whatever emotion is there, starts to stabilize, calm down. Then you go to the next one. Again, we have the shoulders. We do the shoulder exercise. This one's just roll the shoulders back with your consciousness. You place your mind there, and you start to feel. What happens is you become aware. You become aware of what? Oh, I didn't realize I've got a pain on the left side. I didn't know that. I didn't know I had that pain on the right side. You become aware of that. And as you become aware, awareness means the energy opens. The moment you become aware of your shoulder, then that energy there frees. And your heart stabilizes, and your small intestine stabilizes, and your emotions stabilize. That's how they work together. So we did the shoulders next, we did the knees. So rotating your knees, and you strengthen your stomach and spleen. So that's why after eating your food, it's good to do some squats so you can stabilize your digestive system. Lungs, you just breathe in deeply and breathe out. That stabilizes the lungs and the wrist. And water is the ankles and the waist. And everyone, kick your legs out like that. Kick your feet together. Do this at your feet. A lot of you are watching when you're listening to the lecture and you're listening to the meditation. A lot of you feel some stiffness in your hip bones and your waist. So there's a lot of tension there now. That energy is it's just sitting there. And one easy thing to do is just do this as much as you can. Do it while watching TV, while watching TV, while resting at home. You just place your consciousness on the bottom of your feet. And this is a natural way to really strengthen the whole kidney system, bladder system, reproductive organ system, hips, waist, lower back. But as you do it, just place your mind there and relax the upper body. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck, relax the back. Make sure the upper bodies keep being aware of you're releasing the tension there. We don't realize it, but our upper body's got a lot of tension. So as Oright mentioned, originally at birth, our lower body was hot, our upper body was cold. That's the original circulation system of the body. But as we get tension, what happens? When you start working, feel your neck burning hot, right? Circulation is going backwards now. So we have to become aware of releasing the upper body and just focusing on the lower body and bring the heat down. And it hurts a little bit, but that hurting is good because that means it's starting to open up. So, okay, and the next one, and as he introduced this exercise to the fist making, and we call that Minisara. That strengthens the whole immune system of the body. In Japan, they've done a lot of research about this, and it's really great for our immune system. Okay, so let's go into the horoscope here. How many of you have ever seen your Saju or Bazi before? Anyone? No. Okay, so in China, they're called Bazi. In Korea, we call it Saju. It's basically 8 characters. It's the elements we just went over, so it contains everything about your life from childhood to the end of your life. So you have, this is the basic personality chart, and then you have every 10 years it changes, and every year there's a change. There's a lot of changes in it. And it reflects our consciousness and many things. You can see this character here. Oh, I don't have that button. It says me. Everyone find your me. So this character, this is the day character there on the top line, that's me. What's your me? What's your me character? What's it say there? Metal what? Metal yang, metal yin? Metal yang. Okay, so you're metal yang. What are you? Metal what? Yin, yang or yin? Yin, metal yin. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm also metal yin. Good. It's very rare to meet a metal yin. We're very rare. We're not common. So, so everyone, find your character there. We're all going to go over that. So good. You found your day character, and then the season. Also, the season you were born in is kind of important. There's a lot of power in the season you were born in.
Hey, where do I go?
What is that? Okay. Shoot. You have to go to wolves.com, and then there's some kind of wolves. Yeah, just type the characters in there. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so also some interesting, but the top line and the bottom line are different. So the top line, we call it the heaven line. The bottom line, we call it the earth line. The heaven line, the upper line is how you talk, what you talk about, and how you act and what you do. So, you know, you may, if you have fire there, it means like you're going to talk about fiery things all the time, talking about passion, art, very artistic. You're talking about that, and that's your action. So it's how you express yourself. But the bottom line is what your deep mind thinks. So have you ever had a feeling where you're talking about money, but your deep mind is thinking about something else? So that's what it is. So people say, oh, this person is really interested in money, but actually when you look down below, actually your mind really wants something else. So the bottom line is like the real power, what you really want to do in your life. Top line is just kind of your superficial way of living in the world. What you have to do to make money or all that stuff. But it may not be what your mind really wants. So we have to look at the two and see how they're different. Does that make sense? Kind of. You know, that main character there, that's your main consciousness. That's who you are. That's how you see the world in a large way. The other ways are just the different layers of your consciousness, the other characters. And just another point, the left side represents how you think at home, and the right side represents how you think in the world. So there's like that kind of element as well. Okay, so some people sent me, I asked if someone wanted to see their horoscope, and I think I have 4 people sent me their horoscopes. 2 of them were yang metal, so I'll just give an example of that there. So here's a yang metal. So let's talk about, who's yang metal? Who's yang metal? Okay, so can you read that for us? Read us about yang metal. This is Kyungum yang metal. Read that for us.
The metal or the yang metal?
Yes, you are yang metal. So anyone, oh wait, so I'm sorry, so let's go back here. So actually, anyone else yang metal in here? Okay, so if you are yang metal, or down below if it says rooster, not rooster, if it says monkey, look down below on the bottom line. Anyone have monkey on the bottom line? Monkey? No? Only same people. Okay.
Like yang metal monkey?
Yes, that's you. Okay, so this also applies to you as well. So if you have, so if you have yang metal on the top or monkey on the bottom, this information applies to you. Okay, same personality. So, okay, so read that for us. Okay.
Metal, similar to steel assemblies that usually provide the structure of a building, the metal element in us normally gives us the framework for how things should happen, the impetus to take action, and for some of us, in a very organized and systematic way. However, if taken to an extreme and everything has to go by the book, it becomes cycling, rigid, and can deplete creative energy. Yang metal, Rocky Mountain, sword, autumn, Mon, gray. Key characteristics: loyal, strong-willed, desire to obtain, driving force, competitive, and righteousness. The yang metal personality, just like the stainless steel structure, is usually straightforward, tough, hardworking, and are able to withstand adversity. They are also fiercely loyal and altruistic. They are action-oriented, but can be deemed too domineering and rigid.
Does it sound like you? A little bit. So metals are very strong. They're very loyal, and they love the framework. They love righteousness. They want to create something. They need to create a system, and they're usually fixed to that system, but they have incredible power. So here's one person who's October 23rd, 1984, female. Okay, so in general, so this person, you can see the top line. She's very strong, she's very solid, very loyal, got great driving force. She's born in the fall, so her metal's very strong. The top line is, she's got tree there, she looks very caring, very kind. So the tree looks, so the first thing you see is a very kind person, very caring, very hopeful person. And then you get to the metal, and then it looks very, very strict, very upright, very disciplined and loyal. And then she's got some water there at the end, so she looks very calm and intelligent. And the top line, she'll talk about money and results and expressing herself on the top line. But the mind is very different. Her deep mind actually is a very different place. The deep mind is this dog, tiger, horse. They all combine to make super strong fire. So her mind is burning up inside with fire energy, really lots of fire. And later on, you can read these bottom points, but each person has a different meaning of fire, depending on your horoscope. So for her, you know, fire means job, recognition, power. That's what fire means for her. So deep in her mind, fire is burning, and she's thinking a lot about, you know, purpose and life purpose and success, or relationships, or men, or reputation. Those are very strong in her mind because the fire is very strong there. But she may not talk about it because it's not above. There's no fire above. So it's like her secret world. So they're different. And in the corner of her mind, in the corner there's water. So again, she wants to express her creativity and intelligence to the world. And at this month, you can see there's a pillar here. It says 35. So everyone's got their own 10-year pillar where the energy is different. And in her case, this pillar right now is fire as well, right? That's curious. Oh, what I have, okay. So, yeah, this pair, she's burning very strong with fire. And so you can use that passion for self-development would be a good way to use it, or for her creativity. And in terms of the body type, next month or so, I'm going to give another lecture about the body type, but just to give a little example here, her body type is, because she's got so much fire and earth energy, her body type is what we call earth yang, with a very strong stomach energy. So she wants to digest everything, but the stomach is too hot. So she really needs to focus on cooling foods. And sweating a lot is very good, and sort of calming the mind down. So those would be good for her. And then the next one, there's, no? Okay. Who's October 10th, 1981? Nobody. What's that? August 10th. That's you? August 10th? Okay. So there, so how do you feel when you look at that? How do you feel? What characters do you see when you look at that? A lot of metal, right? A lot of metal. How many metal are there? My goodness. 5 metals. Yeah, they different colors a little bit, just because there's yang metal, yin metal. So that's all. And then she's got an earth there, and earth creates metal. So she's actually all metal. So that's a very strong. She's a rock, and that's a strong metal. She's like, that's strong. You know, what's that movie? What is that movie? Transformers. that's like metal. That's like powerful leadership. You know, so I mean in a very positive way. That's like strong, like in that kind of willpower and solid mind, that she has that. But as we said before, sometimes balance is very good, right? We need to find balance. But in this case, she cannot be balanced. We cannot find balance for this. She needs to just go through metal. It's just more metal, the better. It cannot be balanced. Like even if another element comes, you just push it away. So we talked about the metal there. On top, she's got some fire there. So she talks about it in a very fiery, artistic way, very passionate. But actually, her mind is just about, you know, herself, and the earth means sort of, you know, studying and parents and support and mentors. So she should use that fire to focus on self-development and leadership. She's a natural leader, so she should focus in that way. And in the corner of her mind, there's earth, so she's got she's a very trustworthy person, very sincere, very stable. You can tell from her voice, she's got a very sincere and stable voice, very trustworthy voice. But using that passion for leadership would be her best method. And right now she's in the period of water, so she really, really wants to express her creativity, express her intelligence, which is great. But again, using her energy for self-development is the best thing for her. And so, okay, we also have yang water. So let's see, who's October 24th, 1988? Nobody, okay. Who's March 22nd? Okay, we have that. So we have one yang water here. So you can read then about the yang water. Oh, unless anyone else have yang water? Check your chart. Yang water. You have yang, okay, so this applies to you, yang water. Also down below it says the rat. Anyone else have the rat? You have the rat. Anyone else have the rat? No one else has the rat, okay. Okay, so then that applies to you. Where did it go? Okay, so please read.
Water, freedom, wisdom, and flexibility are the words associated with the water element. It is important that they are involved in a career role that allows them the flexibility of decision and action. Yang water, rivers, lakes, and seas, winter, kidney, black. Key characteristics: on the move, determined and strategist, purity, upright, sociable, travel, broad-minded. As a Yang water personality, you are intelligent, adaptive, extroverted, and usually on the move. Besides being gifted with exceptional learning ability, you are adventurous and is virtually unstoppable once you set your mind to a task. However, like the tides, emotionally, you will have your highs and lows. Another image is that of rivers, which are constantly moving and also impatient.
Okay, does that sound like you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so water's, once it starts moving, it's got the whole ocean behind it, but then the emotional highs can be up and down. So for her then, she's water, but actually she's born in the spring, where spring is really strong. And so most of her energy goes towards spring. So the tree energy is really strong in her charts. We talked about tree energy going up, very powerful starting energy, planning energy, going forward energy. So on the top, she's got a lot of water there. She looks very intelligent, wise. She's got a lot of trees. She looks very caring, very warm, very hopeful. She talks a lot about her self-ability, her leadership, her creativity, talents. But actually, inside and outside are pretty much the same. So she's what we call transparent. She's not hiding anything. The inside-outside mind are very, what you see is what you get. But in the corner of her mind, there is something different there. Where is that? But inside, yeah, so she basically wants, because she has so much tree, to her, tree means just expressing your abilities. You have so much creativity, intelligence. She just wants to keep expressing her ability, express everything about herself. And in the corner of her mind, there's the earth and metal. So at home, so left side I said is home, and right side is external, right? So at home, when she's quiet at home, she may want to think about life purpose, job, recognition, relationships. In the corner of her mind, while she's outside, she may be thinking about studying more, mentors, papers, paperwork, parents. These may be related to technology or mental activities. So for her case, she's a very caring, strong, determined tree person. She should focus on not the self or activities, but getting results is the best thing for her. So getting fire energy, results, focusing on job, reputation, life purpose. So fire, earth, and metal are good for her. In terms of body type, with all that tree, basically we'd say she's a tree body type, tree liver energy. So tree body types are like the standard Western diet. They eat everything. So it's funny that we think like the standard Western diet is good for everyone. Not the case. They created it. The tree people have the strongest liver. They can do business. They have the power energy to do business and to succeed very well. So they created all the restaurants and all the foods that's good for them. But if you're not a tree body type, you need to kind of maneuver around that. But for her, all the foods are great. Western diet, meats are good. But sweating is really important because the liver is strong. She needs to sweat a lot. She needs to use her muscles are very strong, so you need to exercise a lot, those muscles. And fish won't be so great for you, and root vegetables won't be so great. Okay, so...
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So I was born in the southern hemisphere, so that's springtime, but this is saying I was born in August, it's the northern.
Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing, this is yours here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's a great point. So I was in South Africa for 2 or 3 years there, and I also did lots of Sadhu lectures, and I did hundreds of people's Sadhu, so I know that question very well. I didn't think about it in your case. I forgot about it because you're from New Zealand. So yes, so in that sense, that is the springtime for you, right? Right. So in that case, the metal is even weaker then. In that case, the fire is just so strong because that's springtime, right? Mm-hmm. Spring is rising energy, fire, spring, summer. So in this sense, like the self is metal. It's like, hi, I'm the fall, but the energy around you is all spring and summer. So it's that kind of feeling. So you have this desire just to keep focusing on completely job and self-purpose and life purpose and all that. It's all there. So let's find some other people before we wrap up here. So what's your day character?
It was the Yang Wood, Yang Fire.
Yang Wood, okay. So let's look for Yang. No, it's just the day character, just the me character.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yang Wood.
Yang Wood, okay. So here's the Yang. Anyone else Yang Wood as a day character? Yeah, the Storm is Yang Wood, so we can, Yang is wood. And so, or down below, it'll say in English, in oh, thank you, tiger. If you find a tiger down below, anyone have a tiger down below? You have a tiger, okay, so this also applies to you. Okay, so tiger this is the strong, very thick, strong redwood tree. Think of it that way. So he's a redwood tree. Look, you can look at his neck. That is tree. When you see someone with a neck like that, is tree. That is the redwood tree. It's just a perfect example of nature showing us to it there. Okay, so read that for us.
Key characteristics: straightforward, determined, goal-oriented, kind, sincere, responsibility, pride, patience, growth. If you observe any tree, it usually grows upright and steadily towards the sun. Thus, a person born on the day of Yang Wood will naturally have a personality and is straightforward, reliable, and supportive. As the wood element also represents growth, Yang Wood people are naturally productive as thinkers and advisors. Their progress, however, is not that noticeable to others, just like the tree. However, being straight and set in their ways, you wouldn't see a tree bending in its growth to avoid colliding onto the roof. They can be inflexible and conservative in their approach towards life at times. As such, it can be quite difficult to persuade or change them.
Sound like you? So trees are very progressive, and they're always going towards the future. They're visionaries, they're pioneers, they're always just trying to go forward. And they're full of hope. They're extremely hopeful. They're always thinking everything's going to go well because they're always going forward. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. They're very extremely hopeful, and they're extremely hopeful and very kind, and really love to grow others. You're a tree, so you want to grow others, help others grow. That's great. But they can be inflexible because it can't. The big tree doesn't sway so well. So if you become too inflexible, it can crack. You'd have to try to be flexible. But that's Yang Wood. Okay, great. Someone else. Day character. Oh, you're yin metal, right?
Yeah.
That's me too, so I'm happy to meet a yin man. Okay, anyone else yin metal? Jewelry. No diamonds here? We're the diamond team. Okay, no. Or down below, it'll say rooster. Rooster, you're everything. How many characters do you have? Are you looking at two such? She's looking at two of them next to each other. So, let me see. Oh, no, there's no rooster there. No. Only in the 8 characters above. The 8 characters below. So no, you have the monkey right, the wood correct, but no rooster. Okay. All right, so yin wood. Okay, so yin metal, read that for us.
Okay.
Yeah, read that.
A key characteristic: elegant, creative, and polite, perfectionism, responsibility, aesthetic sense,
thorough, detailed, thorough, yeah.
Exhaustive. Yeah. That applies, yeah.
Okay.
Similar to fine jewelry, the yin metal personality is elegant, sophisticated, and covets attention as much as flattery. They love to be recognized and praised. They enjoy being limelight and the focus of a party. However, they tend to shy away from hands-on work.
You don't want to do the work. Right?
I love procrastinating.
Exactly. So yin metal is like, they're like the actor or the actress. They need to be in the limelight. They need to be on stage. They need to be receiving praise all the time. And they don't want to do all the work always. But they're like jewelry. They need to shine, and they need to help others shine. So you help your students shine, help other people shine. That's how you shine, by helping others shine. But yin metal has a problem because it's a very small jewelry, so it's very fragile. So if you do too much work, it can crack. So you have to keep your work up to a manageable stage, because the energy level is very fixed in yin metal. That's the difficult thing in yin metal. But it's a very nice, diamond, and it's got good leadership, and you help others shine. Okay, what else? One other. What's day character? What's your day character?
Yin fire.
Yin fire, okay. Okay, any other yin fires? You're a yin fire? Wow. Are you sure? I have to check with her. I don't know. Okay, she's correct. She's got it. She's a yin fire. Okay. All right. Yin fire. Also down below, the yin fire will be snake. I know Storm has a snake. I have a snake. Anyone else have a snake down below? Snake? No snake. Okay. So read the first.
Key characteristics: focus, gentle and meticulous, foresight, insight, reasoning power, and judgment. Yin fire individuals are warm and attractive. They tend to bring out the best in other people. They are also generous with their time and energy for their family and friends. However, just like a candle, they can be fickle-minded and emotionally insecure. And the yin fire personality type is too engrossed in igniting the proverbial fire in others. They can neglect their own well-being. As a result, they may end up burnt out and demotivated.
How does that feel? Yeah. So yin fire, they have the power to motivate others. They're great motivators, really great. Also, yin fire is kind of like you're in a dark, because they're lights and they're the moon. They're the light of the moon. So in the darkness, they held the candle, and you're leading the people. You're leading the others. So you have that kind of power. So yin fires are very powerful. Okay, great. Any other characters? Who do we have? Who other day characters have we done? Do we have your day character? The same yang metal. So we've done everyone's then. Okay, beautiful. So we've done all the characters there then. So like in Korea, they use this, everyone before they get married will look at their sajju. Because the sajju is based on finding the right balance for you. So you have a certain element that you need. It's the example is like this, like you are an air conditioner, for example. When is that air conditioner useful?
Summertime.
Right. So there's a certain time in your life that energy is really, really useful for you, or really a great balance for you. So finding that is very useful. And so all that too, if you have too much water energy, then they will look at your sajju and try to find you a relationship with someone who's got fire energy or earth energy. That'll be the right balance for you. They also use the sajju for names. So all the children's names also look at this to find the right energy you need for names. Like in terms of myself, like I have a lot of metal and water, but my wife is all tree and fire. So like we are like the perfect balance. Like she needs water, I am all water. I need fire, she's all fire. So it's like it works as when we do something together, the result happens right away. So when you find the right balance and things, you can get right results right away for you. So I think that's it for today. So I'll just give you a summary. So thank you all for coming. We've started to do online classes now once a week, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. We have a 20-30 minutes online class. It's a very reasonable, just 30,000 won for 3 months is the entry cost, just to learn the basic breathing that he was talking about today. It takes about 3 months just to learn how to relax your body and how to get your mind down here to breathe from here. So the breathing is very powerful. We're one of the few places that can teach this breathing here in Korea. So while you're in Korea, to have a chance to learn how to breathe from here. Most places they teach you how to breathe from here or how to breathe from the abdomen, the whole abdomen. But it's very hard to find a place to teach you exactly just to breathe from below the belly button. So it's a great opportunity to learn that. So we do the online class that way. If you want to come just to the center and experience it, then we want to create a once-a-week class for 30 minutes just to come in here for 50,000 won for 3 months. But you'd have to let us know for a day that you'd be interested or something like that. So so before you leave, I ask you just write your name and email address there so we can contact you and let you know information. for the next lecture or something. Next lecture, probably next month or January, we're gonna have a lecture about the 8 body types. What's your dietary analysis? What's the right diet for you? And what are the right foods for your elements and not right foods? And I said before, the tea and coffee shop is going to be opening in December 24th. We hope once we get the registration for that. So if you have a few minutes, we want to come over and just have some tea and some coffee time and stuff like that. So that time. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Okay.